Good day, my Princess Jen Ruedas. I'm Hanalyn Roa from Bay 2A. For today's video, I'm going to discuss creatively the evolution of culture and how these changes affect us. Culture evolution is the idea that human cultural change, that is changes in socially transmitted beliefs, knowledge, customs, skills, attitude, languages, and so on, can be described as a Darwinian evolutionary process that is similar in key respect but not identical to biological genetic evolution. More specifically, just Darwin described biological or genetic evolution as comprising three components: variation, competition, and inheritance. Cultural change also comprises the same phenomena, yet while cultural evolution can be described as Darwinian in this sense, the details of the processes, example, how variation is generated or how information is transmitted, are likely to be different in the cultural case compared to the details of biological or genetic evolution. Bearing these differences in mind, cultural evolution researchers have taken many of the same methods, tools, and concepts of the biologists have developed to explain biological diversity and complexity and use them to explain similarities, diversity, and complexity in cultural systems. These include phylogenetic methods to reconstruct macroevolutionary historical relation between cultural traits, example, language or tools. Ethnographic field studies to document and explain contemporary use cultural variation, laboratory experiment to determine the small-scale details of cultural macroevolution. Example, how cognitive bias favors certain ideas over others or whether we preferentially learn from certain people within a group and mathematical processes. Given this interdisciplinary breadth, it has been suggested that evolutionary theory may serve as a synthetic framework for unifying the social science, just as evolutionary theory synthesized the biological science during the early 20th century. Culture change is changing in behavior ideas including beliefs, attitude, values, and habit. The phenomenon of culture change affect the way that people think and see other communities, also their way of life. They have led to major improvement in living standard, public welfare, health, and security. They have changed how we view the universe and how we think about ourselves in relation to the world around us. Evolution affects our daily life in the form of changes and reformation. For example, when a new smartphone evolution comes out, it brings itself with a new features and changing that can either be good or bad or hard or easy. We can and do experience the indirect effect of evolution nearly every day. One of the more important evolutionary concerns facing humans today is the continual evolution of antibiotic resistance in bacteria. The successful medical battle we have waged against bacteria for the last 50 years is now an even risk, according to some scientists. Similarly, the use of pesticide in agriculture has driven the evolution of resistant insects, requiring the use of chemical in greater quantity to kill them.